Last time on Dice Fall and Everyone Dies.
I don't get many great villain laughs. That was one of them.
If Taffy dies, it's you. It's your fault.
I think he'd take pride in that.
Clang, 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 thump against the stone. And you see marching up in formation 2 lines of 3 deep, what appear to be skeletal footmen being led from the rear by a skeletal Hellknight.
Cool.
That likely whatever had disturbed this ossuary
Had
triggered
broken the ward, which would have allowed for necromantic magic.
Welcome back to Dice Fall and Everyone Dies. I'm GM Chris, and today we're going to talk about party makeup. Not that kind of makeup. See, we're going to leave the rouge and the eyeliner aside, and I want to talk a little bit about how your party of adventurers can be composed of different types of classes. You know, it's always a good idea to ask questions like, are there must-have classes for a game? Can parties survive off unusual combinations? Should your table try the all-alchemist or barbarian combos? Do you want to go full meme and go a full party of white mages? Well, in my experience, a party of adventurers need to have certain roles filled, but multiple classes can fill each kind of role. Now, these roles are not specifically laid out in the core rulebook, but games tend to leave heavily on character types like tank, damage, and support. And for those who are new to these terms, a tank is a character who meets force directly while being able to absorb or deflect damage. Damage characters focus on outputting lethal force at the cost of survivability, under the idea that if your opponent is dead, they can't hit you. Support characters often have damage prevention or healing abilities, and sometimes the supports use status buffs or debuffs to provide a combat edge to the party. Now, these 3 roles tend to be filled in some capacity in a party, but they don't always need to be the stereotypical classes of fighter, wizard, or cleric. In our case, the party has 2 of the classes, a fighter and a wizard, and instead of a cleric, they employ a bard, while Kazalin provides additional damage as a ranger. Stano is clearly designed to be a character that gets up in melee, takes some hits, deals out big greatsword power attacks. And this makes her great at single target fights, but actually makes her vulnerable in larger groups of enemies. Taffy is designed to provide utility spells and has a wide arrangement of energy damage. And so when the party comes up against foes who absorb physical damage from Stano's greatsword, Taffy will be able to put through damage consistently of various energy types. And on top of that, they have spells that can help stabilize the allies as well as hinder some enemies. At later levels, Taffy will even be able to cause large area of effect damage and use a wider array of support spells. Kazalin, aka Bread, as a ranger provides a lot of skill check support to the party, and has a flexible array of physical damage options. He can switch from melee to range as needed, then also be able to scout and stealth and track whatever the party needs. And Deimos, in the Bard role, provides a lot of combat status buffs and also emergency healing. And out of combat, they provide another selection of skills that the ranger's just not trained in. So at the current level range, the party would be a flexible and generally able to handle a wide range of challenges. And ideally, when they make their choices as they level, they'll be able to maintain that flexibility. But the future is not guaranteed. Who knows? Maybe the ranger will need to take battle medic. Maybe Stano needs to pick up more ranged weapon options. And what would happen if Taffy gained access to more spell types, maybe went deeper into primal spells? I think the idea of a table building characters of all the same class is kind of a fun idea. The build choices in Pathfinder are variable enough that even a large party of 6 players could all choose the same class, but then end up in very different roles by as early as 2nd or even 4th level. So if you've picked up the game and you're having a lot of trouble feeling out your role in the party, don't fret. Because you see, in tabletop RPGs, the classic roles are really just the beginning. As a social game, you also need to have different character types beyond mechanics, and these are often associated with the trope of the 5-man band. These types of roles are called Leader, Lancer, the Heart, the Smart Guy, and the Big Guy, as the names of the roles. And in brief, the leader is a lot like the face of the party, the one who interacts with and kind of sets the agenda. The Lancer is the rival to the leader in skill and ability, and provides a little bit of that drama and context that helps keep the group going forward. Your heart is concerned about the moral integrity of the group and its actions, and your smart guy is that complex problem solver. And your big guy is often the brute force of your party, often associated with the muscle, has a tendency to also share some of the other roles. And we can explore in the future how these classes really intersect with these social tropes another time, but if you really want to know more about the 5-man band, and it's a really interesting subject, we have a link down in the description of the podcast. It goes out to a great breakdown of the 5-man band, another one of my favorite channels on top of that. And while you're down there, go ahead and give us a like and follow on the podcast. And, if you want more Dicefall goodness, we have plenty of fun things on our social. And doing more also helps support the podcast and make it easier for folks to find us. We're doing a giveaway right now where there's an awesome set of dice and a handmade dice bag on the line. Every like, follow, and share on the social media platforms and the podcast platforms helps earn an entry into the drawing that we'll be doing on February 5th. If this giveaway is successful, we hope to do a bigger and more awesome set of giveaways in the future. Now, let us zoom in on the party as they face off against ghostly apparitions wearing Hellknight helms of the Order of the Nail. Alright, Medvic, they get buttons, right?
Yes, they get some buttons, but if you do not claim them, I will claim yours.
Alright, Medvic, it's fine. Everything's fine. Welcome back to another episode of Dicefall and Everyone Dies. We're doing another Take 2 version of this a few days later because our previous recording session was a little foobar. Let's use the term foobar. How's everyone doing today? Sid?
It's my birthday.
It is. We're recording on her birthday. And how's Stana over here doing?
She's up. She's at him. She's done this before. She's feeling a little Bill Murray Groundhog Day.
And how's Jules doing?
Caffeinated.
Oh, excellent. And how are we doing, Zach?
Ready to roll dice.
That actually sounds really gross in the mic.
It totally did.
Was it ASMR?
No, reminded me of that one Vine with the macaroni and cheese. Like that's what good pussy sounds like.
I don't like that. Don't say that again.
Oh,
Chris, stop.
No.
It shouldn't sound as liquidy as it does.
They're dice. They're not. They're forbidden gushers. You're welcome.
Mine has so much glitter in it, though.
That sounds like the next product idea for Gushers is to go ahead and do
Jules,
Gushers
don't bite
shaped
your
like
dice.
Not.
Oh, that would be cool.
That
would be really cool. I would buy some of those.
It would encourage children to eat dice.
Not only that,
would
but
be
like
a problem.
if you like forgot to bring your dice to a game, you could just get dice at any store where Gushers are sold.
College Humor, please release the CEO of Chessex asks you not to eat his dice video.
All right. So when last we left off, and before we had a terrible recording screw up of all time that I will remember to the end of my days.
Oh boy.
It was bad. It was so
that bad though.
The recording itself went fine. The editing phase of it went to hell in a handbasket real fast. But
oh man, the recording was great. Like Stano laughed, she cried,
You're full of it.
I am.
so when last we left off, y'all had just encountered 4 Hellcrowns in the Ossuary down in the basement of the Citadel Altering.
Hey Chris,
Yes.
real quick, casual reminder, we getting those moderate light healing potions.
Yes. So we've handed out the buttons. Medvic's stash has been raided. And Paizo, over the holiday, decided that it was a great idea to put this tweet out that if, your GM saw this, every member of the party who presented it, which everyone in our party did, gets a moderate healing potion added. And I still think that at some point someone had listened to our podcast and went, oh my gosh, their healing is that low, give them something now, and just turned it into a promotion.
Maybe we needed a cleric for this.
Yeah, maybe, but we each have a potion that's 3d8
I mean,
plus 10.
I guess Taffy's technically a cleric of death.
I'm going to pretend like I hadn't already had that written down.
Like, the base of this
Wait,
is basically our
3d8
entire...
plus 10?
Yeah, the 3d8 plus 10.
Hell yeah.
Like, you could be at 0 and be
Yeah.
healed to basically full.
Please don't crack my teeth if you have to like slam one of those down my throat.
I mean, it's
No,
better
that-
than Deimos rubbing his sweaty hands all over your face.
Who says they're sweaty?
Just like
Oh, they're just
not
damp?
Sure what
No,
to say.
he'd
Just
have really nice
awkward.
dry hands.
Sir
Soft.
Deimos' hands are smooth, delicate, capable of
Alec,
administering.
nobody
all
asked
of the
you.
healing.
Alec,
A
buddy.
little gay.
Alec, buddy.
All right, so
Wait.
Taffy, what?
Alec, why are you even here?
I told you I am on holiday.
That wasn't Taffy asking.
I'm,
He's on an extended interdimensional
I
holiday,
guess.
Sid. Mind your business.
Okay.
Mind your business.
Where the fuck am I?
How the hell did Brett get here? Oh God,
There's
Alec
an
kidnapped-
interdimensional rift in the living room.
I don't like
I would
that.
love to hang out with Taffy.
I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie, I would not want to hang out with Stano.
I would totally love hanging out with Taffy.
I would feel really awkward around her. I would just probably leave.
She's always judging.
Always.
your place is never clean enough. You've never actually like gotten to all the quarters.
She would
It's not the
never
military
say
clean.
anything, but you like would watch her eyes, just like,
Kind of like a really rude Mary Poppins.
Right?
yes.
Now, when last we left off, the Hellcrowns had risen up in helmets in the style of the Order of the Nail. There are 2 on each side of y'all in this narrow 5-foot wide passage in the ossuary. On either side of you, you see both of them prepared, and we need to go ahead and get our initiative
Yeah.
for the crazy that is about to go down.
Don't fuck me, Magma Dice.
Oh,
17.
Oh, nice.
25.
Damn.
Magma Dice likes me.
All right, so let's go ahead and
Not
start.
27 roll. Nice, but
Wow, my dice are on a very different set. So let's go ahead and start with Taffy. What is your
18.
18? And how is Stanos?
25.
And Demos?
17.
And Kazlin?
16.
I'm
So
gonna
what's-
call him Kaz.
Kazlin's last name.
It's not important. You should feel very honored to even know my first name.
Oh.
Honored, huh?
Ah, there they are.
To be fair, Stano hasn't given her last name either, so.
I thought it was Omdimal.
This time, Stano is going first.
Whoa.
To Stano's left are 2 Hellcrowns. On the next to Stano's right is going to be Taffy. And then on the opposite side of Taffy is going to be Damos, and then Kazlin, and then Alec. And so Alec is facing down the Hellcrowns on the other side. So remember, y'all are in the 5-foot corridor, and at the moment, Stano and Alec are the ones who are in melee range of these. Y'all do know that there is another 5-foot hall just adjacent, in case y'all want to try some wonderful fun movement items. But at the moment, Stano, you've got 3 actions. What you going to do?
So it's right there. It's in melee range.
Yes, you have 1 in melee range and 1 right behind it.
Guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna power attack.
It is a power attack.
That was not as fun. 16.
16 misses.
God damn it. That's okay.
You got 1 action left.
She is going to Brutus Shove.
Okay.
20.
20 hits.
Brilliant. Let me roll my d12. So that's 8 damage. And I'm assuming these are small creatures, right?
I think they're only head size.
These
so-
are actually tiny creatures.
Cool. Then it is now flat-footed. And she's going to shove it into the other one.
Okie doke.
That's her move.
And it is now Taffy's turn. What you got, Taff?
Hey! Taffy is going to rub her fingers together and then snap them together really hard. No, like.
Okay.
And then she's gonna be like, "Get fucked!" And she's gonna throw Disrupt Undead at the one that Stano just attacked.
Alrighty. What does it need?
It is a Fortitude save of the undead creature. You lance the target with energy. You deal 1d6 positive damage plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The target must attempt a basic Fortitude save. If the creature critically fails to save, it is also enfeebled for 1 round.
And what's your save DC?
My save DC is... for that one, it is 17.
It fails.
Nice.
Not critically, but it fails.
Okay, let me get the...
Let
1d6.
thy damage fall.
The magma dice seem to like me today, so I'm going to keep up with that set. 11 damage.
Nice.
It's not your proficiency modifier, it's your intelligence modifier. Your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, no, I thought it's my spell attack roll, right?
That's your 2 hit.
Oh. In that case, then it is 3.
Should be at 7.
Yeah. Yep, so 7 damage. Sorry, not 11.
So your Disrupt Undead
Okay.
begins phasing the color from the reds and blacks, and they begin kind of shimmering through, and it looks like that you've dealt it some significant damage in this one, and it is...
Oh, and it's positive energy.
And it is barely holding together as the energy ripples through it.
And then, as my third action, because, yeah, that was 2, I'm going to cast Shield on myself.
Excellent. And there is now a disc of energy in front of Taffy. Damos, what you got? You're a party sandwich at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to actually, like, whap it with something, but I can do Inspire Courage, Guidance for... Is Alec after me?
Yes.
Do it for Alec, and slap Shield on myself.
Excellent. Castellan, what you got?
All right.
Oh, wow, he rolled real bad.
Oh, I rolled terribly.
Dang.
I'm gonna whip out my short bow
Okay.
and go at him with that.
Alrighty. Are you targeting on more your side, or are you going to target over to Stano's side?
Stand aside.
Alrighty.
Does a 18 hit?
An 18 hits.
Oh. Let's see. So 1d6 and there's nothing to add to it, right?
For a standard short bow, yes.
Okay. 2.
You hit it right in the helmet, and it dings off, but you see it also phase. Not quite as much as when Taffy hit it.
Right.
Alright, you got 2 actions left.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for another hit. Maybe. See how this goes. Wow, I'm rolling so bad today.
Glad my dice are not the only ones that are cursed.
Yeah, it doesn't...
Do you need another dice tray?
No, it's fine.
The dice tray is what matters.
I'm gonna switch dice though.
Oh, okay.
Because this is one not working. No, I will. That was a miss. Definitely.
Alright. That now means it is the Hellcrown's turn.
He rolled really bad.
Oh, yeah.
He rolled so bad.
Alec, what the hell?
So on the die rolls for the Hellcrowns, I rolled a 9, which put them under all y'all's initiatives. And for Alec's die roll, I rolled a 1. And so
Buddy.
Getting that one done early.
Exactly. I'd rather the 1 be on initiative than on to hit, because whenever Alec rolls 1s to hit, it tends to be like losing one's greatsword or damaging something that was unintended. So the Hellcrown in front of Stano is going to begin by launching a nail directly at her. The first one is a miss
Mm-hmm.
because I'm pretty sure a 13 does not hit you.
It does not.
And a 15 does not hit you either, does it?
Nope.
Dang.
So it launches 2 nails. You know what? It's going to go ahead and go with the third. And it misses on its third.
Haha.
The one right behind it repeats a 13. Does a 17 hit?
No. She has a 20 AC.
And then it will go for a third one. And so this volley of nails begins shooting out, and between Stano's armor and being able to block any sensitive portions that are not covered by her half plate, she's able to fend off every single one of the blows coming through.
And we're not talking like roofing nails. We're not talking roofing nails. We're talking like
We're talking just
railroad
short of railroad
ties.
spikes, yes. You know, these are the kind of nails that they're probably a solid 1/4 inch in diameter, and you're probably looking at like anywhere from like 4 to 6 inches in length, just shooting out from the Hellcrowns. So these are
Where are
very,
we getting
very
those?
thick nails.
Hammer space.
And then... and now...
You really hit the nail on the head with that one, huh?
nailed it.
No, that's literally a trope.
On the other side, the Hellcrown that is next to Alec is going to begin firing upon him and has exceedingly similar effects, except he is not in half plate, and that makes a
What do
difference.
you mean he's not in half plate?
He's not wearing half plate.
This Hell Knight Armiger is not wearing half plate?
No, because he's an armiger, and not armigers. An armiger does not have the full Hell Knight regalia.
Was he wearing full plate? I'm hoping. Is that a thing?
Chainmail.
He's wearing a chainmail shirt and he's got a pillow on each elbow.
And poofy sleeves for some fucking reason.
Mm.
Let's see.
Wait, is that him?
This is what baby Hell Knights wear.
So, yeah, Alec's a little bit of a looker.
Alec's pretty dreamy.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. They apparently put him in full plate armor.
Oh, good.
Nice.
So
Thank
him
God.
running around in full plate, he's definitely not getting hit by these guys.
Wait, is he fast even in full plate? Jesus. Because he has normal movement speed, right?
He's at a 20.
Oh, okay.
Slightly
I mean,
slower.
that's
I mean, that's what
only
Stano's
5
at.
steps slower than Taffy, and Taffy's small, so.
So the third volley from the first one finally is able to find the chink as I roll really, really high. No, wait, it can't! That's funny. So the first one, it's nice when you roll an 18 and it still can't hit the dude with a 20 AC. So the first Hellcrown launches all 3 nails towards Alec and misses. And the fourth one is going to learn a little different and is going to begin targeting Bread.
Wait, Alec has a 20 AC
Uh-huh.
So does Stano.
Full plate.
with full plate?
Uh-huh.
That seems really low.
Well, so full plate should give you, I believe, +8. Item bonus should allow +1 dex, and then should have their proficiency. So if he doesn't have much in the way of a dex, that should be able to do it.
He's just a not very dexterous fella.
Alright, so the Hellcrown is going to be targeting Kazalin. Kazalin, what is your AC?
19.
The first one hits you.
Because
But
of course it does.
Well, I rolled an 18, and so it definitely gets through. And it does to you 4 points of piercing damage as one of the nails slams into your body. And I need you to go ahead and give me a fortitude save.
Out of reflex, could Taffy move her shield up to block
Natural
for
20.
somebody else?
Nice critical save. That would be shield another.
Oh.
You said that was 4, right?
Correct, 4 points of damage. The second nail misses you,
Nice.
and the third nail also misses you.
Ugh. That
So
was
this-
a delayed reaction to the first hit.
So from either side, y'all are being peppered with these nails continuously, but your
Wait, are they nails or are they pepper?
peppered nails
Delicious.
and your
Gesundheit.
heavy armor wearing fighters have been able to absorb most of the damage, but one got through and nailed Bread.
Oh, did it? Nailed.
And now Alec is going to be able to take his turn here at the bottom of initiative.
Remember, he's got Inspire Courage and Guidance.
So with that, he is going to roll his power attack. And I am 90% sure just wallop the snot out of this poor thing.
Poor thing. They got railroad spikes.
Yes, he may have railroad spikes of doom, but, undead had feelings at one point. I mean, granted, these are Hellcrowns, which are volunteers who wish to continue forward the presence of the Order of the Nail unto undeath, but, hey. Undead's got to undead. So he definitely hits, and he is going to be dealing 2d12, because Alec's power attack is going to cleave the helm in half, taking out one of them entirely, dealing 20 points of damage directly.
Dang.
Ooh.
Damn.
Stano was impressed.
Deimos a little
Nice
bit.
hit.
Thank you, my lady. Bread, would you like the honors of this next one?
Is it my turn?
It's not.
Is it not?
So,
Sure. So whenever that is.
so Alec will then use his last action to hold his stance to allow space for you to be able to move up to it.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Stano, you have two on your side. One is rapidly kind of fading in and out. The other one glowing a menacing red strong behind it. What would you like to do?
She's gonna power attack the one that's still full health.
So you can't. You have to move through the one in front of it first.
Never mind, she's gonna power attack the one in front of it.
Okay.
Come on! 22. What? 23.
23 is a successful hit.
Gotta roll those dice. Give me a second.
Oh. Good hit.
21 points of damage.
God damn. Just had to show up. Alec.
So you take your greatsword and you slam into it, and at the end of it, you turn the flat of the blade enough to crush in part of the helmet and just send it careening down the ossuary back in this low arc as the glow from it putters out the instant your sword slams into it, and it just begins ricocheting around.
Nice.
You have one action left.
Is she melee range to the other one?
No, you gotta move up. You can always
How-
throw your sword.
No.
Do I look fucking dumb to you?
What kind of suggestion is that? Jesus.
Is she in anybody's way?
Only if
So
I
y'all
wanted
are
to
in
do
a 5-foot
frontal
line,
attack.
so y'all can move through each other.
Mm-hmm.
But presently, there's nothing in melee on either side of y'all. And the Hellcrowns seem to be attacking with ranged style attacks.
Okay, then she's just gonna move up to it.
Okie doke. And that now means it is Taffy's turn.
So seeing the success of how well Disrupt Undead did the last time, she's gonna do the finger wiggle clap, and she's gonna point at it, and she's gonna be like, "You're so bad at this, you can't even hit a nail in the head."
That was bad.
Yeah.
Taffy's not great at this yet.
And what is your save DC?
17?
So it fails its save.
Wait, it's 18.
No.
Inspire Courage.
Oh, right. So it's 18. Does it crit?
Does not crit.
God
Damn.
it. Let's try. So that is another 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage?
Yeah.
So your positive energy from the Disrupted Undead slams into it, and you can tell that it begins offsetting the hatred inside of it, dulling its color and beginning it to phase, but it is still active and still very, very Hell Knighty. You have one action left.
Taffy's gonna once again pat her chest and recast shield.
Shield engaged. All right, Demos.
Okay, is it possible to get up to one in one move?
Yes, you can move up to the one that is on Alex's side.
Okay, he's going to do that and pull out that
How many are
mace
still up?
and take a hard whack at it.
All right,
And that's an 18.
18 hits.
Nice.
Nice.
And that's the
With
silver.
1 damage.
Well, do you have a strength modifier or anything to add?
No, I have 0 strength.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
So I got 1.
So Demos moves up, takes out their mace. It glitters in the light from all of the, not the fairy fire, but the dancing lights from Taffy, and then just bonks it on the head. Bonk.
He tried.
Does it look
Cassidy.
slightly put out?
It looks a little confused, and then its eyes glow a brighter red.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right. He's gonna move up to the one that Alec made room for.
Now that's the problem, is that Damos just moved into that spot.
You ass! You actual asshole!
You can move around me.
You will
Well,
have
no,
to do a
'cause-
tumble through.
I mean,
Oh wait.
yeah.
It's
Wait.
not like I take up a lot of room.
Wait, I will. Okay, never mind. I'm good. I can do this. I will get behind Demos in that spot.
Okay.
I will attempt a feint. I don't know how to say
Okay.
that. I think it's feint.
Faint.
Feint. Whatever. And so I will roll a deception check against his deception DC.
Okay.
Or no, his what am I trying to think of?
The Hellcrowns or the
Perception.
Damoses?
Wait, did I say perception DC? The Hellcrown.
Okay.
It has to be in melee range, and I have a polearm, which puts it in melee range. So
Okay.
okay, that was not great. 8.
You're not able to cause the flat-footed condition, but you're still able to get your strike off.
So it was a failure.
Correct.
Oh, damn it. Okay, well, fine.
Poke it.
Well,
What'd you roll?
It's a 7.
Oh my.
14.
14 does not hit. If your fainted worked, that would have hit.
Stupid. Wait, I'm gonna hit him again because I can do that. Push
So,
up.
yeah, so you quick drew your weapon, you fainted, and so now you've got your third action.
Yeah. Why am I rolling so goddamn low?
It's okay. We believe in you.
I
So-
don't.
Believe in the heart of the dice.
Oh my god.
With Damos dancing in front, using their mace that they're much less proficient in, you pull out your halberd and you're trying to time up with Damos to either side, but Damos is apparently operating on some sort of different rhythm, and you just can't get through without.
Is
nearly-
it like that situation when you're in a hallway and like you're both coming at each other and you like can't quite move out of the way?
What's telling me is
Exactly.
just never rely on the bard. It doesn't matter which bard it is,
Right.
just never rely on them. They're shifty people.
Rude.
So now, the Hellcrowns are going to begin unleashing another volley of nails. The first one that is on Stano's side is going to launch 2 nails at Stano.
Well, I would hope.
The first one is going to hit, but not critically, and the second one is going to miss. And I need a fortitude save from Stano.
16.
16 is a pass, so you will only take 6 points of damage as the nail hits into your arm, making it very unpleasant.
She ain't happy.
Now, on the other side, Damos, What is your AC?
Oh no.
17.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
You are hit with 2 nails so far.
Oh no.
Man.
You need to give me a fortitude save for the first one.
Okay.
I'm just imagining Kaz standing in the
24.
background.
Give me a second fortitude save for the second one.
Alec.
Landed sideways somehow.
Alec.
18.
So both of those pass.
Yay!
But from the first nail,
No.
it slams into your body, not hitting a vital organ, but deals 6 points of damage.
Dang.
And then a second one follows behind and nails into your arm for another 6 points of damage.
Wow.
Deimos, you still up?
I'm backing up soon. Ouch.
And then it is going for broke, and it is going to use its third action to try to nail you one more time, but misses.
Thank
Everybody's
God.
always trying to nail the bard.
Isn't it the other way around usually?
I don't know. Have y'all actually seen Deimos flirt with anybody?
It might have been episode 1.
flirt with you.
Huh?
So now, Alec, with Demos and Kazalin in front of him, is going to take out his javelin, and he's going to
Oh,
huck
no.
that javelin right at this tiny creature floating up in the air. And does not roll a natural 1, but he misses. And then he pulls his sword back out. Sorry about that.
Maybe we shouldn't use things we're not proficient at, huh?
I've been well trained in the javelin. It's just, it's so small and it's darting around from side to side. And why didn't you move out of the way so that Kazalin could actually hit it and strike it more proficiently?
Because he's right behind me. Shut up.
Stano, it's your turn.
She's going to ignore the bickering behind her and power attack the Hellcrown in front of her.
All right, make a strike.
Ooh. That's a 30.
30 criticals.
Nice. It was not a nat 20, though. I'm a little bit mad.
That was very close to a nat 20.
It was a 19.
Ooh.
16 damage.
Fells it entirety. How do you want to do this?
What she's going to do is she's going to basically come up from below to slice up and cut the skull in half to throw it behind her.
All right, so Taffy, Alec, and Kazlin, give me a quick reflex save.
It's a fucking 30, so she'd sail over them.
Great.
Reflex save.
Yes, it's the low DC.
Oh, it's 15.
Perfect.
12.
So,
Wait, I should have a
It
bonus
sells-
because I'm so short.
yeah, it sails over Taffy. One half of it sails over Bread, but the side of it just bings Alec right in the back.
How bad is he? What?
Well, considering I rolled a 5.
Oh my god.
Watch where
Does it do damage?
Sorry about
No.
that, cystogram.
Oh,
I'm going to bean the man in the face.
I'm just glad it wasn't the head. Taffy,
Oh,
She said.
do you...
that's only 2 actions.
Right, so
Is there another Hellcrown?
on the opposite side, 4 people deep from you,
Oh.
with the bard up in melee.
Can she reach the bard?
No, because Bread is standing right behind the bard, and Alec is standing right behind Bread. If you had all of your actions, you would be able to do something, but not with one action.
Demos, move out of the way. That's her action.
Trying.
Taffy.
She's gonna yell at him.
So, again, because why mess with a good thing? She's going to cast Disrupt Undead. And she's going to say, why did the hammer hit the nail through the wall? And then she's going to wait for a pause. To drive the point across. And it has to save.
Was that a joke, Taffy?
Yes.
And that's fortitude save, right?
Yep. No, it's, yes.
So it fails the fortitude save on the Disrupt Undead.
These got no fortitude. God damn it. Oh, that's a 6.
They're skulls.
Your magic is so punishing.
They can talk?
I don't like it.
All right,
Yeah,
Damos.
you'd have to be a real numbskull to get it.
That is why we wear helmets.
Is he making a joke back at her?
Damos, it is your turn.
Wait,
Okay.
don't kill this one. I might like it.
The first thing I'm going to do is try to hit it with the mace.
How does
Okay.
something talk without a tongue?
16.
How something shoot
16 hits.
Okay.
ice out of their hands. It's magic.
That's not the one I want.
I mean, that's fair.
4 damage.
It is still up.
And then I'm going to back all the way out. Using my remaining 2 turns there.
So your mace dings off its head, and then you back up out of range. Bread, there's now a clear line between you and the Hellcrown.
Okay, I'm gonna set it as my target prey.
Excellent.
Okay.
Bye, friend.
That gives me a +2 to a deception attacks against it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna faint. Sorry, again. Oh God.
Unpopular
How did I
opinion.
miss the entire thing.
Unpopular opinion. What if it's feint?
I think then we would just tell you to
Wouldn't
leave.
it need like a D in there?
I don't know.
Okay.
English doesn't make no sense.
True.
16.
So its perception DC is 20.
Dang.
What?
Wait, are you still inspired by courage?
Yes.
No.
Well, no, I don't know.
Oh.
Wait,
I've gone
what were
through
you trying to do? Oh, try to do the feint.
Turns
I
without
don't
doing
know.
anything.
I don't think it would have made a difference anyway.
No, I don't think it would.
Is perception DC not just the add-on that we add?
So the perception DC is the bonus plus 10. Y'all's perception DCs would be your
Their perceptions are 10?
Yeah,
Fuck them.
I told you I rolled low.
They're skulls.
They have basically all eyes.
They got 2. They don't have any eyes, actually. They're skulls.
They see with their spirits.
It's horrifying.
I feel like that could be like a feel-good Disney statement, but like...
Brett has one action left. Would you like to go ahead and use your
Twin strike. Or twin whatever. Twin,
Pokey pokey.
Pokey.
Get a different dice, please.
So what was it?
That was a 7 plus...
Try this one.
7, 14.
14 does miss.
That was weird. Okay. That would be the second, and it's verse or -5 for the second.
Yep.
Okay. So 15 or 14 plus 22.
22 is a definite hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So a 1d10 plus 2.
And this is with your +1 halberd, right?
Yeah.
Magic halberd.
9.
9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it for the session.
Okay.
If
thanks.
you want to use the whole set, I can.
Well, it's okay.
Okay.
The other dice are fine. It's just my 20s that suck.
So, Kazlin, you move in, you take your stance, and you believe you're about to perform a feint. And as you think you're going to be able to dodge and get it out of the way, to get its one movement, to get it to look in another, you can tell that its sight is just more omnipresent, and it was much more difficult to feint than you thought. But your first strike was going to go where you thought it would be a little bit more vulnerable. But your second strike, you just say in your mind, just pretty much screw it and go straight for the head. And in doing so, you hit through the front part of the visor where the helmet is. And then as your halberd smashes into the eye slots, you can see all of the coalescing smoke and rage just dissipate from it. And all that is left is a helmet on the edge of your halberd.
Wonderful strike.
Thanks.
We're out of combat, right?
Y'all have defeated all 4 of the Hellcrowns.
Wonderful.
I am going to detect magic. So, to cast that.
So you begin detecting magic. Give me a quick perception check. What is that perception?
I'm pulling it up. 6.
There's
rolled a one, you
magic
just
all
rolled-
around you. You yourself realize you have magic.
I'm magic, you guys.
Yes, Taffy, aren't you a wizard?
So
Yeah.
you do feel a ping of magic, and as you begin to follow it down these narrow stone walls, you begin kind of taking your hand across the coffin-sized compartments of the ossuary. And then when you feel the aura the strongest, you locate a wand.
Wow. What was the DC? 5?
It helps when you have something literally telling you where magic's at.
I mean, that's fair.
Does
Okay.
anyone else want to search the ossuary as well?
What's the wand?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana is 8, 9, 10, 11. 11.
You don't know exactly what the wand is, but you know enough about it that its configuration is not arcane.
Okay.
Stano's gonna look around at some of the stuff in there. She's not really looking for stuff specifically. She's just like kind of interested.
Does anybody
Alright,
else
give me
have
a
detect
perception.
magic?
Everyone who wants to search the ossuary, give me a perception.
Me. I'm looking at the
of course.
ceiling. I got a 9.
I got a 21.
14.
14, and Keslin?
15.
So, as Taffy realizes that it's not an arcane wand and is not quite sure what to roll with it, begins looking around the coffers, and with everyone's assistance, you're able to find a collection of mundane rings, amulets, bracelets, and trinkets. You figure the net sum of that is probably worth about 12 gold or so.
And you said that, like, with detect magic, there's no magic on any of these?
The only thing that was magical is that wand.
Okay.
And what's the range on your detect magic?
30 feet.
Okay. And so, in the ossuary, you find a few of these trinkets. You're able to locate this wand that's here. You do know that there is a hall that is further to the east that looks like it goes down and ends in a doorway. You do know that there is a door to the west, as well as the opening that y'all entered into from the north. Where would y'all like to go? West, east, or back north?
Let's go west. I think we always go north or east.
What was west?
West is another small doorway.
Yeah, okay, let's go there.
And the door's closed?
The door is closed.
Kaz, can you check to see if there's a lock? Or, Deimos, one of you two?
I'm checking. I'm looking at the ceiling again. I didn't notice.
Oh.
21.
What was Damos's roll?
9.
So Damos moves up to check the door and goes, "It's locked." And then Caslin goes over to the door and goes, "No, it's not." Then opens it.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic again.
So as you enter into the room, you see that there are 4 monuments that loom in this dark and somber room. Each is prominent with carvings of black-winged angels and various stylized pentagrams. There are burnished plaques along the floor next to each sepulcher that bears the name of those who are interred within. While atop the northern wall near the ceiling are the words "Sepulchre of the Nail," carved in a prominent relief. And as you ping for magic, you can tell that there are several magical signatures in this room. And they appear to be from within the sepulchres themselves.
I tell everybody in the party that.
Well, surely you don't want to disturb the dead.
No, but if the things are, like, laying next to them, and they're not using them.
Taffy, that's disturbing the dead.
No, disturbing the dead's going up to them and being like, hello, wake up. Wake up.
Taffy. Tafaxi.
Yes? What if I promise to be really careful and be respectful?
The fact of opening the tombs is not respectful. These are soldiers who put their lives on the line, and now they deserve their rest. So, Stagram?
Is there any chance that you can prove that there's something useful in here?
Yes?
How so?
I literally detect magic.
Well, not everything that's magical is useful.
What's
Think of all
with
of the
that
petty
tone, Alec?
spellcasters that run around Absalom. They're nowhere near quite as proficient as you are. One can't say that they're quite that useful.
Isn't Taffy Absalomi?
Mm-hmm.
So, Stagram?
I've been down next to Taffy. He's being kind of a dick, huh?
So, Stagram, Lady Odaxi is from Absalom.
Pardon, my lady. I did not expect from your peasant's gown that you had come from such a cosmopolitan city.
I would think that, as powerful as she is, that comparing her to those lesser powerful would be irrelevant. If she thinks that there's magic here that's useful, and you think that she's powerful, there's a good chance that she's right. According to you.
That is fair logic, Master Caslin. If you are to disturb him, please just leave the bodies intact.
I wouldn't deface the bodies. I am respectful of the dead until they're skeletons that could be useful. But she says that really softly, really, really low under her breath. Like nobody around her can hear that. Except for maybe Kaz, because Kaz is like right down by her.
Can Stano roll a perception to hear that?
Go for it.
No.
It's too late. Taffy's already heading over to the tombs.
What was the roll?
It's a natural 20, so it's a 26.
You know that she casts Disrupt Undead as well as her necromantic spells exceedingly well practiced.
Anyway, Kaz, will you help me?
That would be thievery or athletics.
Deimos just going to stand back with
Shit.
Thano. He doesn't think they should be doing this either.
23.
23? So you're able to crack the seals on the various tomes.
Shut up.
That was
I just
that was
got
an
it.
interesting impression of a seal.
Yeah, I just got it. I'm like, is that a literal? It's like, oh, I just got it. Okay.
So in one of the sepulchers, you find a set of bracers. Another one, you find a stone that is radiating magic. The other one, you find a pin in the shape of a monkey. And in the other, you find a set of rings. One that is iron and one that is silver. But there's nothing else magical within the sepulchers.
And I don't have to really disturb the bodies at all to remove these, right?
You do have to do a little bit of like lifting and turning to get the rings off, because they are rings that are around the wrists.
Stano is very closely watching these two.
Iron and silver, you said?
Yep. And you can tell that those rings operate as a magic set.
Okay. So she's going to be as careful as possible, and she's going to move everything back the way she found it before she took anything. So, like, with the hands, she's going to set them gently back where they were. By this time, I imagine they'd have left an impression as to where they were sitting on the body anyway, so it's pretty easy to rearrange it. She's going to actually take, and she is actually going to say very softly for each of the dead that she touched. She's going to ask
How dare you,
for
Windows?
a,
I know, right?
a blessing from Pharasma for the dearly departed.
Excellent.
And then she's going to put everything back where she found it except for the items and have Cass help her reseal the tombs.
Okay, doke. And did you want to check out the items themselves?
Yes, but not necessarily right in the middle of a tomb.
Okay.
So she's going to set them... Well, okay. We're currently not threatened. We don't see anything or hear anything around us.
Nope. You can tell that this room is the area that was adjacent to y'all's first entrance into these southern halls.
And there's no other entrances into this room except for the one we came through?
There is a northern exit, from what you can tell. Another door to the north.
Okay, so Taffy's going to take a moment. She's going to set everything down and do read aura.
So that should take about 10 minutes or so. Deimos, do you want to use the heal ability on anyone?
Yes.
You'll have an opportunity to do it to one person.
Oh, you should probably do that on yourself.
Yeah, I have the most damage. Let's do that just to myself.
Okie doke. Give me your medicine check.
18.
18 is success. Give yourself 2d8 healing. So Taffy, give me your Arcana check.
So 26.
So you're able to tell after some studying of the auras that the bracers are a set of bracers of missile deflection. When you look at the stone, it is a feather step stone. And as you look at the monkey-shaped pin, it is actually an item known as a monkey pin. And you do know that the set of rings is something called doubling rings.
Remind me what these do. Do you have the...
So the doubling rings allow you to take the magical properties from one weapon and apply them to another offhand weapon.
So who's dual wielding? You're dual wielding. Are you dual wielding?
No.
So I'm going to hand those over to Cass.
I'm barely single wielding.
You're barely wielding.
Yeah.
And I'm talking magic too.
This is the bracers of missile deflection. Whenever a ranged weapon attack hits you but doesn't critically hit. Requirements are that you're aware of the attack and not flat-footed. The effect is that the bracers send the missile off course. You gain a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against the triggering attack. It doesn't look like there's like any kind of requirement to not wear them. There's nothing that interacts with armor. Does somebody want those to add AC for ranged attack?
I'll take them.
Okay, so Deimos gets that. Then we've got the feather stepstone and the monkey pin. Sorry.
Feather stepstone
Thank you.
is a small chunk of amber with a bit of feather or a flying insect caught in it. When you activate the stone, you ignore the effects of any difficult and greater difficult terrain you move through until the end of your turn.
Yep. And then the other one is a monkey pin it's a small brass pin that is in the shape of a monkey climbing a tree. When you activate this talisman, use a climb action. If you succeed, you move your full speed during the climb. If you roll a critical failure, you get a failure instead.
Stana will take the feather stepstone. She can
Okay.
use that.
And honestly, Taffy doesn't think she'll use it all that much, but she's gonna pin the monkey pin to her robe. Doling out the loots.
I would say these are quite useful items.
Thank you. And I was respectful, did you see?
I did. Thank you, Taffy. Although I would say I don't believe that this would have been under the realm of Pharasma.
I know, but she's the only one I know the prayers to.
Fair.
So within the sepulcher, you have the 10-foot wide opening that leads towards the initial entry in. You know that there is the doorway that heads north, as well as the secondary eastern doorway, which y'all entered in through this room. You can tell that this area and y'all's initial entrance into the Hall of Graves, as well as the Ossuary, are all connected. And they both extend towards the east.
We should double back and go towards that other room that we didn't go through. The door to the west in the past room.
Okay. While we're heading that way, I'm also gonna like when we get to that door, I'm gonna cast detect magic again just to see.
As y'all look around, you can tell that from y'all's initial entrance, that the sepulcher room connects to the Hall of Graves, where y'all encountered the skeletal guards and the skeletal Hell Knight.
Oh, fucking skeletons.
And there are multiple entrances here into the sepulcher. With a little bit of intuiting, you can tell that the door to the north from the sepulcher likely leads into one of the hallways that branch off from the initial entrance that y'all had into the dungeon where the collapsed door is. Of the unexplored areas, they seem to be primarily to the east.
Everyone's looking at me.
So would y'all like to go through and back up to the north, or explore out towards the east?
So that door to the west, it didn't really go anywhere?
The westward door led into the sepulcher.
Oh, so it just doubles back to
Yeah, but there was another door in the room with the Hellcrowns.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So there's one small door leads into the sepulcher.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a small wall, and then on the opposite side in the Hall of Graves, there's a 10-foot wide opening that's more for processionals, for being able to inter the dead, and it's a wider opening. But both of those happen to connect. It's as though they wanted to have a space for directly into the ossuary without going into the formal area of the Hall of Graves.
So in the Hall of Graves, we've explored all those rooms.
You've explored the entirety of the Hall of Graves except for one door to the east. And in the ossuary down a long 30-foot hallway, there is also a door to the east.
The one in the Hall of Graves, let's go through that door to the east.
So y'all begin moving down the Hall of Graves. The southern wall has that large relief carving of the sunburst made of nails. The flagstones seem to be made up of headstones as you begin proceeding down the hallway. You read into each of them various names and dates. And you see that 6 of them...
As we're walking down this, do I see the name Omdabal anywhere?
Give me a perception.
Is Taffy
She's just curious.
being nosy?
Not nosy, curious.
Or I guess, like,
10,
nosy?
14. You don't recognize any of the names that are here, but you do see that 6 of the headstones seem to have been pried open and reveal empty spaces that are there. From what you can tell, these may be the spaces from which the skeletal guards and the skeletal champion may have emerged.
Can we read the names on those?
You see a couple of the different names. They do appear to be fairly Chelish in origin.
So none of them are Stagrams?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
So who wants to open the door?
I will.
Okay, you just want to straight open it, or you want to check it first?
I'm checking it. 18.
You can tell that it does not appear to be locked or trapped.
That dice set really likes you, or that 20 likes you a lot.
Well, I mean, it was only a 10, but I have a
But I
plus
mean,
8. So.
yeah, but it's still rolling way better than
Stato's gonna open the door.
As you open the door, you see rows of large metal and stone lockboxes lining the winding walls of the storeroom. And you do see that there are occasional shelves of what look like filing cabinets intended for storage of documents. There are lockboxes that hang ajar that had seemed to have been opened and emptied long ago, and there's a set of obvious tracks in the dusty floor suggesting that someone has recently moved about in here. And there is a pile of ashes and a few melted candle stubs that lie atop a low table in the center of the room.
I cast Detect Magic.
As you detect magic...
Like, I'll go probably to the most central part of the room so I can kind of encompass the whole room.
It's a wonder that anyone looting actually got this far with all the undead.
Right? Or, I know, it seems kind of odd.
So as you detect magic, you get drawn over to one of the storage lockers. And just above that locker, under some loose papers, you end up finding a scroll of darkness.
Ooh!
A scroll of dark vision. A scroll of heal, as well as a scroll of magic missile.
Hold on. Dark vision, heal, and I heard a special one in there. Magic missile. Scroll of magic missile.
Scroll of Heal, huh? Does that mean one of our casters can learn Heal?
So if it is within your spell school, yes.
It's divine magic, so Taffy couldn't inscribe
Well, heal
it.
could also be occult,
Oh, I have a cult.
if I remember correctly. So we'll want to double check the core rule book.
So if that's true, I can take that.
Hang on.
So I know heal is definitely primal and it is definitely divine.
Oh, wait. Primal?
Heal is a primal spell, yes. But it may be occult. So you'll want to double check me on occult.
Okay, hold on.
I know it's not arcane.
It's not arcane, but Taffy is Fey and can learn primal spells.
So, while your wizard is playing with the scrolls and your bard is double checking their notes, does anyone else want to search the room?
Yeah, Stana wants to look around.
Give me some perception checks.
Oh.
19.
9.
Taking Taffy's lead, you begin checking around some of the shelves and you find what appears to be a silver religious symbol. Does anyone have knowledge religion?
Yes.
It's not under occult.
So we'll go ahead and use your 19 for that as well.
Good.
And you can tell that this appears to be to a goddess known as Alceta. It is of 2 faces in a profile. And it was pushed aside by Taffy when she was double checking the scrolls that's there. Just thinking it was a mundane paperweight to start with, but as you take a look at it, you can tell that it is a finely crafted, non-magical symbol. Probably worth about 8 gold or so. Give me a society check, Stano.
Okay. 9.
I have society too.
Go ahead.
12. Not much
So
better.
it's under divine for sure.
When you look at the religious symbol,
It's not under occult.
Stano's eyebrow kind of quirks up, and then when she's looking at it, Brett looks over, and the thought that kind of comes into your head is, why is an elven religious symbol in a Hellknight vault?
Wait, what's the
Is
symbol
he
again?
going to tell us that?
Sure.
What was the symbol again? What did it look like?
The goddess of Alceta.
Heal
A-L.
is both divine and primal.
Yep.
So Deimos cannot use it.
That is curious. So Stagram,
Yes, my lady.
Check
probably
to see if
an irrelevant question. There's not many elves in the Order of the Nail, are there?
Exceedingly few. They are not quite as robust in handling the trials and tribulations.
Interesting.
If they were, they would have been able to decimate the demons in Keonan much faster than they've been attempting to.
Deimos just going to squint at him a little and not say anything.
Well, from my understanding, those of Andoran do not have much in the way to deal with devils or demons. Why should you have to squint, Sir Deimos?
You know I'm a half-elf, right?
Elves do travel, yes.
Demos, do you know anything about this?
No.
Helpful.
Yeah, well, sorry.
And so after you, as Taffy's continuing to double check each of the scrolls, you'll see Alec kind of peek his own eyebrow and move over to where some of the lockboxes are. He reaches under, finds one, pulls it up, and brings it to the table. And when he first opens it, it appears as though it's empty, but he feels around the inside, pauses, and then takes a key from his belt and puts a key into a hidden compartment. And you'll hear a click. He opens up and reveals a false bottom, and then pulling it out, you see that a signet ring that was on a bed of crushed velvet. He lifts it up, takes the ring, and he's quiet for a few moments. And then he slips it onto his hand. He looks kind of forward and through, somewhat lost in thought.
So Stagram,
Yes, my lady.
have you found what you needed?
I believe I have. I remember sitting on my father's lap, turning this ring on his finger when I was but a boy. Thank you. You've reunited me with not just my memories, but I now find myself with friends. You have the Order of the Nail's gratitude, as well as my own. And you were right, Miss Taffy. I do get to claim my inheritance upon finding this.
I knew it. I kind of figured. It sounds like something my parents would have done to me, had I not taken up magic.
We don't know of many gnomes in the orders either.
Well, they're not in the order, but they would have done something similar because they're kind of assholes.
I do have an affection for my father, but one could describe his parenting style in a similar fashion.
So, darkness is arcane, divine, occult, and primal. So if you want the darkness spell scroll, Jules.
Darkness?
Yeah, where you can cast magical darkness. It's like a bubble of darkness where your enemies can't see, even with magical or non-magical sight.
I kind of do. It's a scroll of darkness.
Yeah. Does
Now
anybody
remember, the
not...
scroll is a one-use time
right,
for
but
the
you
bard.
can, if you are knowledgeable in those magics, you could potentially inscribe it into whatever. Well, you're not a wizard. Shit.
Right. So the wizard can take a
Shit.
scroll and copy it into their books.
A witch can feed it to her familiar.
Bard can't do that, though, can they?
But the bard can use the scroll of magic missile. And it won't take up one of Damos's first level spellcasting.
Okay, I'll trade you then. I'll take the darkness and you can have the magic missile since I can just tap my familiar. Because I can inscribe spells into my...
So you're gonna like cut that
Books.
up and feed it to Wimble?
No.
What does Wimble look like today? I think we had Burt Reynolds at one point.
Yeah, we had Burt Reynolds, like Sexy Smokey and the Bear, or not Smokey and the Bear, Smokey and the Bandit. Let's go with... Oh, I know who it was. It was Martin Sheen.
Wimble
Oh, right.
Yeah, Wimble Sheen.
So as y'all explore the room,
He's got very pronounced gesticulation when he's talking, and he
How much does Wimble actually talk?
talks to me a lot. He just does it in a very soft tone, and usually it's very sarcastic.
Anyway.
in this room, there are two other doors. One more door to the west, as well as a door to the north. You can tell that the other door to the west leads right back out to the ossuary and down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
And as you check the footsteps, you can tell the footsteps in the dust lead to and from the door to the north, as though that there were multiple trips having been performed.
I guess we'll go to that one.
Okie doke. Is anyone who wants to open it?
I'll do it.
All right, give me
Useful for
perception.
Wait, perception?
Yep. Or thievery, either or.
Oh.
I think his thievery's higher.
24.
You can tell that this door is definitely not locked, and it has been opened recently.
Huh.
I also detect magic.
Can I use my survival skills to track? Or to sort of like, I don't know, do ranger things and see what's been going on around here?
Urban Ranger.
Go, Urban Ranger!
Oh my god.
Give me a survival.
God damn it! It's not good. 7. It's a 7.
From what you can tell, you can only tell that...
You know, Stano has survival.
Oh yeah? And what does Stano's survival say?
It says 18.
Fred is checking the door and making sure that it's not locked, it's not trapped, it's definitely been opened before. And as you begin taking a look at the footprints that are in the dust, you can tell that there were multiple trips done by someone of the same size and build and probably the exact same shoes, likely the same person. And you have multiple trips entering and exiting, and then at least one exit that was done hastily.
Interesting.
You ready to open the door?
Wait,
Yeah.
do you share that?
Oh yeah,
information?
she's gonna share it with y'all.
Can I designate that person or whatever as my hunted prey?
You can.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
So as you open the door, you see that there are various storage racks and cabinets cluttering this long, narrow space. Some are empty, and though others still contain dusty banners with the Order of the Nail sunburst insignia, stylized in the Asmodean paraphernalia, and there are other trappings clearly designed for formal funerals. Curiously, in the back of the room, a dirt-walled tunnel opens in the wall and stretches out into the gloom, and there is a set of tracks leading from this tunnel to the door and leading back into the vaults.
Stano's gonna kind of touch one of the banners and kind of make a weird face at the Asmodean symbols.
Did I detect anything with my detect magic?
You do not believe that there is any magic within your 30-foot burst. 30-foot burst.
Okay. So those tracks are pretty clearly marked. The ones leaving.
You can definitely tell they're the same link to the tracks that were moving in and out from the previous hall.
Oh. I was gonna roll a survival check to see if I could follow them out into the hall where they came from.
Well, before we leave this room, is there anything else in it? Can we look for stuff?
Give me perception checks.
I got natural 20.
17.
So as y'all are checking things out, you find that there is a large banner with tiny nail insignia sewn into its patterns. And as you check it, it weighs about 10 pounds. And there's probably a combined amount of gold in here worth about 30 gold pieces worth. If you want, you could try selling the banner in whole for the amount, or removing the gold insignias to then be able to sell them. And as you're checking out the area, Taffy, give me either an Arcana or Survival. And Brad, give me a Survival.
Get new dice.
Arcana, you said?
Yep.
28.
As you take a look at the tunnel that is heading out, you can tell that this tunnel was obviously made via magic.
You know what? Here.
Ooh, and Bread's turning in a button.
How many buttons do you have, Brad?
One after that.
Okay.
13.
And
Better than the one.
It certainly helps.
with Taffy's
Okay.
input, you're able to tell that more than likely this tunnel is directed directly back towards Breach Hill.
Really?
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh.
Finally, my research has taken a great step forward. A direct line into the record vault of the Citadel. That brutish reptile in the courtyard was enough of an issue itself, but the stairs being collapsed, that required a different approach. Oh, looky here. There's so much information here. Too much. I'll have to come back. Still, too much information. So many records. I need something faster. I can't leave Calmont to his devices for too long.
Calls me from
questions. The stairs down to the second basement have collapsed. Is there another way to the lower vault? Where is the second entrance? Answer my question, or I'll rip your soul from access and plunge it into the depths of the abyss. I have to get out of here, else they'll be right upon me.